How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Sixkilla and welcome back to Exit Corners. It's time to jump into Chapter 3. That is not the right button. I don't know why I pressed that. Chapter Select would be the way to go. Chapter 3, Distant Contact. We can do one chapter per episode, as we said before. So they might be slightly short. Apologies for that, but I hope you're enjoying it, because I'm shocked by the production quality of this web-based flash game type thing. Let's get into it. Distant Contact. Exit Corners. It was the name of the game that Ink and his fellow contestants had no choice but to play. The goal was simple: explore the Four Elements Hotel and find the exit. The hotel was slated to collapse in 24 hours, killing those still trapped inside. The one claiming to be responsible for their predicament was a figure named Scent. His motives as well as his true identity remained a mystery to Ink. According to Scent, many puzzles and dangers awaited the contestants. Ink still couldn't fathom why they were necessary. Whatever the reason, Ink knew it would be essential to proceed with caution from here on out. The chamber connected to the lounge was barely large enough for all 5 contestants. If anything, it seemed more like an extension of the previous room. Another monitor. So this door's probably locked too. I guess Scent doesn't excel in the creativity department. Ray stood in front of the screen, already at work solving whatever puzzle their captor had left them. Hey, want a hand, Ray? I'm close to figuring it out. Don't distract me. I might be able to help you solve it faster, you know. I said don't distract me. Yep, he's still pretty angry. I want to help with the puzzle, but the last thing I want to do is start a fight with this guy. Damn. I shouldn't have been so wishy-washy back there. Ink turned to face the other 3 contestants. Ray, you're behaving like a child. Save your breath, he's not even listening to us anymore. So, what are we supposed to do now? We should solve the puzzle, right? It's the only way forward. That's right, Ether. Solving the puzzle is our only option. Ray can ignore us all he likes, but we don't need his help with this. Well, let's get started then. No. Excuse me? The puzzle can wait. Let's head back to the lounge. Huh? Why? It's important. Now follow me. What could be more important than the puzzle? I suppose I can spare a few minutes of my time. You sure about that, Beth? Just a few minutes ago you had her under pretty intense scrutiny. As did you, if I remember correctly. But that's precisely why I want to hear from her. I'll join you, Beth. Well, if anyone can figure the puzzle out on their own, it's probably Ray. Giving him some space might not be a bad idea. You two go on ahead. I'll be there in a sec. Beth and Ether exchange a nod before leaving. Hey, Ray. What? Can you come get us when you solve the puzzle? Or when you get stuck? Yeah, don't worry. Thanks. Leaving Ray alone with the puzzle, Ink doubled back into the lounge. Alright, I'm here. Good. You've all been given one of these, right? Oh, I'd almost forgotten about my Gemini. And Sean, for that matter. Yeah, I've got one. Well, what are you waiting for? Send your contact a message asking for help. If we can get our contacts to look for us, we might be able to get out of here without having to play this stupid game. Right. Ink followed her example and reached for his Gemini. Why are we even given these? Are they here to throw us off, or...? It certainly is strange. Why hold us captive if we can just call for help? Who cares? The important thing is that we have these phones. There's no point in not using them. I suppose you're right. Even so. You know how to use one of these, right, Beth? I do, though I'm rather slow at selecting the right letters. I could type a few messages out for you if you like. You don't need to do that, Ether. I'd hate to waste your time. Plus, she's slow at texting too, remember? Oh, don't you worry about that. It won't take long. If you insist, I suppose there's no harm in trying. Ether knelt down next to Beth, and they began to compose a message for Beth's contact. Their whispers soon made way for rapid tapping of screens. Now would be a good time to message Sean again. Sean, please tell me you're there. Yo, it's your boy Sean. Sup, you back on campus yet? Sean, listen, what I'm about to tell you probably won't make any sense, but I need you to pay attention. I think I'm in serious danger. Sounds like someone had a bad morning. Did you ever run in with that girl's dad? Worse than that, I'm afraid. You know that story where a psycho kidnaps a bunch of people and forces them to play a game? Isn't every story like that these days? Which one are you referring to? Point is, I've been kidnapped and I'm trapped in a hotel. I get 24 hours to make it out of here, I'm gonna die. You high, bud? This isn't a joke, Sean. You're my contact, and Sen said I need your help to get out of here. What the fuck are you going on about? I don't understand none of that. I'll explain later. Can you just promise me you'll do what I ask? Yeah, I guess. You need to send some help over to a hotel called the Four Elements. Police, fire crew, anything. I don't even know where that is. Is that in Bellbridge? I'm not sure. Look that up for me. I can do that. I'm not at my computer right now, though. What about your actual phone? Left in my room, soz. I thought you were busy shitposting. I have many exciting hobbies, such as mooching free brunch from bookstore guy. But I can head back to my room and starve if that's what you want. I can tell you that you still don't believe me, but if you've ever considered yourself my friend, please help me out. Alright, buddy, I'm on it. I'll message you when I find the address of this Four Elements place. Thanks, that'd be a huge help. BBL then. Hang in there. Alright, good news everyone. My friend Sean is going to look up our location and send help. That's great. Do you think it'll take him long? He should get back to me shortly. He's a bit of a joker sometimes, but he's not one to dawdle when something important's on the line. There was a brief lull. It was only then that Ink had noticed Beth's demeanour. Her skin had turned a pasty white colour, and her once excellent posture had regressed to a slouch. What's the matter, Beth? Beth's contact hasn't responded yet. She sent him a message, but there hasn't been a reply. Don't worry, Beth. Your contact probably isn't near the Gemini right now. Either that or they haven't received it yet, right? He simply doesn't want to talk to me. I'm not expecting a reply. If you don't mind me asking, who is your contact, Beth? Ink, I'm not sure that's something she wants to talk about right now. It's fine, Ether. I think it'd be best if we didn't keep any secrets. My contact's named Earl. He's my son. Oh, I had no idea. Your own son doesn't even want to talk to you? We haven't spoken for quite some time, and I'm afraid the last time we spoke we didn't exactly end on a positive note. It must be some cruel joke that Sent had chose him as my contact. I don't suppose we're getting any help from him then. That's alright, my father should be able to get us rescued. I take it you've made some progress? I told him the name of the hotel. Once he determines my exact location, he'll be sending some of my personal escorts to extract me. Personal escorts? So they're like your bodyguards? Something like that. They're the best of the best. Sounds pretty serious. Does your father have enemies? Who is he exactly? His name's Nolan Thatcher, and nobody with a smidgen of common sense would try to cross him. He's as influential as he is wealthy. If he's as influential as you say he is, he must surely have some enemies. Other than a kid who keyed our car and some arsehole who tried to burn down our house, no. I can't think of anyone. Why do you ask? Earlier this morning you said that you had a feeling that someone would try this eventually. Now you're telling me that your dad hires out elite escorts for you. Sure sounds like someone's got it in for either you or your father. It's different. How so? I'm just worth protecting, that's all. That's a cover-up for something if ever I've heard one. Whatever. Hey, Ether. What is it? Isn't your contact your father? Yeah. Same as me then. Yeah. Same as you. Did you ask your dad to send some help too, Ether? I don't think he'll be of much help to us. I'm sorry. Ether looked away, flustered. Ink hadn't a clue what the deal with her father was, but felt genuinely sorry for having brought it up. Don't worry about it then. If it's any consolation, my dad wouldn't be of any help either. The door behind Ink snapped open. Ray had returned. Oh, Ray. Have you solved the puzzle already? Not really, no. I'm just taking a small break. My hands are starting to cramp up, so I thought I'd come sit down. His hands are cramping up? What? Did you say that you were close to figuring it out? Well, my first solution fell through. My other method has taken a while. Besides, if I rest for a bit, I might be able to solve the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way? Funny. I was under the impression that programmers were good at problem solving. I'd like to see you do better. A spoiled little girl like you doesn't even have the 10th of my talent. And I'm thankful for that. The only talent you seem to have is giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm just... Stop. Beth, for the second time today, had brought the argument to a halt with a well-timed shout. She had a powerful voice. This is ridiculous. Can you just once speak to each other without getting into a fight? Maybe we ought to give Ray his break and get started on the puzzle ourselves. What do you say to that, Liza? Fine. We've all messaged our contacts, so we can go. I'd like to help with the puzzle too. Now that's what I like to hear. Let's hop to it. Ink, do you think you could keep Ray company while he and Liza let off some steam? I could do that, I guess. Thank you. See if you can get him Message's contact while you're at it. Sure. Beth and the other girl make their way to the next room. Now alone with Ray, Ink struggled to find a suitable conversation starter. So, how was the puzzle? This one's tougher than the other two. You think Sam made this one unbeatable? No, Sam might be completely nuts, but I don't think he'd do something like that. We've been told multiple times that we're playing a game, and it's not a game if you can't win. The puzzle's different from the others, that's all. It's less of a tile thing and more of a button thing. Not as detailed a description as I'd have liked, but okay. You know, out of all the weird-ass things to happen to me this morning, these puzzles are going to be the most confusing. I mean, why are they even there? Who the hell would have something to gain from this? I've been wondering that myself. Maybe Santa's one of those Darwinist freaks. Darwinist? You mean like natural selection? Yeah, maybe Santa's convinced that if we can't solve these puzzles then we're not fit to remain in the gene pool. It's a pretty messed up theory. Still, I guess it makes more sense than most of what I've heard today. Hey Ray, can I ask you something? Yeah, what is it? What do you have up against Belbridge University? He's been talking shit the whole time. Why'd you drop out? Are you still mad that I insulted your school? I just want to know why you hate the university so much. It isn't the largest college in the country, but I was under the impression that most of its programs were fairly prestigious. It wasn't the school so much as the people who run it. Did you get into a fight with administration? Something like that. Listen pal, this isn't exactly the best time to be swapping college stories. Not that I'd tell you anyway. If you don't want to tell me, then that's fine. I was just curious. I like it at Belbridge, yo. I'm hoping to get another few good years out of it. Yeah, of course you are. Anyway, maybe a minute or two. I want to give the others some help with the puzzle. Fine. My hand eased up a bit, so I'm ready to get back to it. It was a pretty flimsy excuse, but Ink was happy that Ray seemed to have calmed down a little. He marched over to the door, but Ray cut ahead of him and made it through first. Ether and Beth huddled around the monitor in quiet contemplation. Liza was instead off to the side, focused on her Gemini. Any luck, ladies? No, we haven't been able to figure it out yet. I haven't had a look yet. I'm still going to fill my father in on some details. Let me take a crack at it then. Okay. Sort by colour. Sort by colour. What are these? Oh, I see. Okay. Sort by colour. Maybe it's the letter it starts with? Let's talk to some people. Sort by colour, huh? But all the symbols are black and white. If the previous two puzzles are anything to go by, it's probably some sort of riddle. So each of the symbols represents a colour. I think you're on the right track, but I don't think it's possible that each button represents only a single colour. Oh, why not? The answer must be 5 symbols long, but there are only 4 buttons. That means at least one of the buttons is repeating. Unless I'm supposed to leave the last tile blank. And they can't all represent just one colour. They must be indicative of something else. Oh. That makes sense. You sure are clever, Ink. Okay. Let's talk to someone else. How does this puzzle work? I imagine it works like any other button-based security system. If you input the right password, the door will unlock. And the password uses symbols instead of letters or numbers? That's what it looks like. That is. Let's see, the first button is an envelope, so I suppose it signifies mail. That would be a fair assumption. And perhaps, though when I look at it, I think email. That's what I think too. Email. You mean electric mail, right? You know what? Let's just stick with mail. Alright, and the second symbol? What is that? It means print. I see. And the one on the far right is house. I feel like it means home, but I suppose it could be house. Leaves the third one, which is probably tape. Tape? Yeah. Do you know what that is? Oh yeah, I just thought that button meant record. Ah. I was worried you might not recognize the tape. They died out many years ago. Yeah, I was really young the last time I saw an old cassette tape like that. Pretty nostalgic, huh? Very much so. Yeah, I'm not sure that helps, but maybe it's like what this is on the keyboard. The keyboard has a home button and a... or actually up here on the browser, but modern browsers don't really have these buttons. Not anymore. What What could mail be? Mail. You read mail? Read mail? You read mail? Ah, that's not right. The mail has been read, you know? Blueprint? Something like that. Read mail has been read. Blueprint. Something like that. It's gotta be some kind of word association thing, right? Blackmail. Red tape. Hang on, red tape. Greenhouse. Blueprint. White house. Blackmail. That would work, right? Yes! Okay, I see. Was that the right combination? I think so. How's that the solution? I think I get it. They're all, expressions. Right, from left to right, we've got red tape, greenhouse, blueprint, white house, and blackmail. Man, that puzzle was stupid. Oh yeah, I think you're just being angry you couldn't figure it out. You're one to talk, you just stood there staring at Gemini the entire time. Oh please, that just got us all rescued, thank you very much. Oh? Is your father sending help? Yeah, I've filled him in on pretty much everything that's happened so far. As soon as he finds the location of the hotel, he'll be sending his best men after us. That's awesome news, Liza. My contact Sean is also searching the address. For the address. So if he finds it, before your father does. A familiar sound echoed through the tiny chamber. Ink peeked at his Gemini screen, but saw no notifications. That's mine. Earl, he got back to me. That's awesome, Beth. Looks like your son wants to talk to you after all. Ethan, would you mind helping me compose a message once again? Oh, I still can't believe it. No problem, Beth. Bring your Gemini over here. I'm happy for her, you know. You talking to me? I think it's great that even after all this time we're not speaking to one another, Beth's son is still willing to help her out in a time of need. Yeah, it's real magical. I'm on the verge of tears. Sorry for trying to be positive. Oh, that's one of mine. Okay, Sean. Let's see if you found out anything. Hey, Ink. What took so long? You found the address, right? About that, Ink. I got some good news and some bad news. Real original. Anyway, spill. The good news is the address I found for the Four Elements Hotel points to downtown Bellbridge. So I'm in Bellbridge after all. Thanks for letting me know, but of course, there's the bad news. What is it? The Four Elements Hotel no longer exists. What? That was a typo, right? It closed down around 20 years ago and was subsequently demolished. That's why it took me so long to find any information about it. Are you sure you're in the right hotel? There's got to be another hotel named the Four Elements. That's all there is to it. The next closest one is way out of the country. There's no way you could have made it there from Bellbridge in a day. Inky, you there? Hello? Whoa, okay, that was a short chapter, but we are going to wrap it up. I did say we do one chapter per thing. I don't think you guys mind some short episodes every now and then. So yeah, we'll wrap this one up here. Very interesting. The Bellbridge Hotel got destroyed. Does that mean we went back in time? We're 20 years in the past now? I don't know. But I'm sure we will find out eventually. I have no idea how many chapters this game has either. I imagined it would be quite short for being, you know, a free browser game, but if each of these has taken a spot, it's probably going to have a lot of chapters. It could be quite long. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.